Today in our 2018 Mazda CX-5, we're going to be doing a test fit on the Yakima Jetstream roof rack system. We'll be using part numbers Y00425 for the 50-inch long black aluminum crossbars, and part number Y00146 for the baseline towers, and part numbers Y06130 for the base clip fit kit, and part number Y06154 for the other base clip fit kit. This Yakima roof rack system is going to allow you to carry roof mounted accessories on your Mazda CX-5. Things like bike racks, kayak carriers, cargo boxes, and much more. The 50-inch long aluminum black crossbars are aerodynamic. This is going to be an upgrade compared to your round or square bar design. They're going to be a lot quieter, and they're also going to reduce the need for a fairing. They're going to work with your standard clamp-on accessories, as well as your T-track accessories. Unlike other crossbars that will accommodate your T-track accessories, you don't have to trim or remove the rubber strip. You can see here, you install that T-bolt right over the top and slide it down to your favorite position. The crossbars are held in place by 4 Yakima baseline towers. The baseline towers feature rubber pads so they won't harm or scratch our CX-5's roof's finish. The clips are also padded underneath so they won't harm or scratch the inside of that door frame. Here on the inside, you can see that the baseline towers feature a cover that hides all of our hardware and deters anyone from removing it. Now, if you'd like, you can increase security. Each one of the towers has an option to knock out the plastic lock, and you can pick up some Yakima SKS locking cores. The nice thing about the locking cores is you can get those to match your Yakima accessories. Now we'll give you some clearance measurements for your crossbars. From the top of the roof to the underside of the bar is about 3 inches. From the top of the roof to the top of the bar is about 4 inches. Now that we go into the features, I'll go ahead and show you how to get it set up. I've already got my front crossbar installed. Per our instructions, we take a measurement from the corner of the windshield and we measure up to the beginning of the baseline tower, which is right here. And that gives us our placement on each side for our front crossbar. Now our rear crossbar installs very similar. Let's go ahead and do that together. I've already got one side pre-assembled. Let's do the other side. We'll first take our baseline tower. We'll take our plastic piece here and we're going to clip it into the top. Get it lined up and then push it in place until you hear it snap in. Just like that. We'll then take the metal nut, place it over the top of the screw, hold it in place, and then we're going to turn it over. We want to make sure that our little door is opened up here so we can pull out on this gray tab here. As you can see, that opens up our door. We'll then take our included tool and tighten it down. Now we don't want to tighten it down all the way just yet. Just make sure it's nice and started, and then we're ready to slip it onto our crossbar. Now it does have some rubber padding around the baseline tower, so just make sure you get it lined up, and then you should easily be able to slide it in place. You may have to push down on it on both sides, and then it should slide on no problem. While we're here, let's go ahead and place our end cap on. Now on the other side, we need to refer to our instructions to find the proper measurement. You can see the measurement on our Jetstream crossbars, and we're going to go ahead and set that. We already know that our pitch is in position. You can see that our door has closed up. We can go ahead and reopen that to verify, but it needs to be in the middle. And you can find all of this in your instructions. And we use our tool that has the integrated torquing device, get 3 clicks, and then it's set. Now we need to make sure that our toe is in the middle position as well. So we can use our tool. We'll need to be sure that this is loosened up in order to get it to move. Move it to the center position, and then tighten it up. And again, we're going to be listening for those 3 clicks. From here, we can take our pad, and we want to be sure that the arrow is pointing away from the center. and we can clip that in place. Now we're ready to set it in place on our CX5. So you'll want to be sure that the round portion of the bar is facing forward, just as you see it here. With it in place, we need to take a measurement from the leading edge of the crossbar to the leading edge of the rear crossbar, and you can find that measurement in your instructions. We need to check this for both sides. Now, one thing we need to be sure of when we're positioning it is that it is sitting right in this area on top of our CX5 on both sides. That way it sits evenly. So I know that it is. Now, let's open up our little door here and take our clip and slide that into place. Now, another thing you need to be sure of is that you have the correct clip, because the front and the rear clips are different. So that information you can find in your instructions. Then we'll slide it up, and this bolt here is going to catch it. That way we can rest it down. From here, we then want to come up to our screw here and tighten it until our clip rests down on the door. Once it's done that, we can go ahead and tighten up the bottom here until that hook makes contact with the underside. And then we'll repeat the same process on the other side. With both sides making contact, we can then begin tightening them down the rest of the way. Now, it's a good idea to alternate. Once we've done that a few times, we'll want to listen for 3 clicks from our included tool again. So there was 2, and then 3. And finally, with all of that done, we can go ahead and close our door and put on our covers. Now, these go on a specific way. At the bottom, we've got these open hinges here. Those sit in place, and then we roll it up top, and then it snaps in. And that's going to complete our test fit of the Yakima Jetstream roof rack system on our 2018 Mazda CX-5.